Viewer discretion is advised.
But Jesus. Well, I don't know about you, but when I think of Luck of the Irish, I think of Cleveland, Ohio.
What the fuck?
I kind of do, though.
Yeah, stick with me here.
Okay.
So let's go to Cleveland in the 70s, which was a pretty rough time for the city.
The only place worse than Cleveland in the 2000s.
Is Cleveland in the 70s.
Cleveland blows.
Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, Cleveland.
Sorry, Cleveland. Please prove me wrong. Please.
We love you, Cleveland. All right. So throughout the decade, about a third of the population left. They were like, bye. And Cleveland, a third, like
Jesus.
over 23%
That's
of
like-
the population either died or left. Or like,
That is the
fuck it, I'm
same
out.
as the potato famine in Ireland.
Pretty much.
Same statistic.
Yikes.
Yeah. I'm sorry, not a
great
third,
hunger.
a quarter. Not a third, a quarter. It was like
I was gonna
23, 24%.
Almost 23% doesn't
It's like
equal
a
a
quarter.
third.
Listen, I never claimed to be good at math, but I caught it. I walked it back.
That's what counts.
Yeah. So Cleveland also became the first major city since the Great Depression to default on its loans. Ooh. So things were not good economically. Like the city was in economic despair. Their main economic hub of steel factories and manufacturing were closing. And mob violence was on the rise, earning Cleveland the nickname Bomb City, USA.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh.
The man behind that macabre nickname was known as the Irishman. His name was Danny Green, born in Cleveland on November 14th, 1933, but to Irish immigrants. So, like, he's a first-generation American in his family.
Right.
He was a Scorpio, just like my sister. His mother died from complications of his birth, and his father dealt with the grief of that loss by self-medicating with alcohol. Not great. Unable to keep up with the demands of single parenthood, Danny's father bundled him up and drove him to a local hospital where he was left to the system.
People
He
just did that. This
Yep.
was... Yeah.
Hey, baby safe haven, you can still drop off a baby at a hospital.
Yeah.
You still can. Dumpsters do not need to be a resort.
No.
You can drop it off at a hospital, a fire station.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Give it to another adult human to care for.
So he was raised in a Catholic orphanage. He did have contact with his grandfather, who some reports said also helped to raise him, but it's really murky. I'm not 100% sure. I think he was mostly raised in the system.
It's murky bray.
Murky bray. And he had very little connection to his birth family other than his grandparent, this single grandparent. So he just kind of clung to his Irish heritage with great pride because it was one of the few things that could connect him to like a sense of identity.
Yeah,
I get
he
it.
didn't know his parents, but he knew that he was Irish.
Correct.
Yeah, you can't be totally untethered like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So this kid was tough and formidable. He dropped out of high school to join the U.S. Marine Corps and made a name for himself as an expert marksman and a skilled boxer. He took immense pride in his appearance, working out daily-ish, visiting the tanning bed, and investing in hair plugs when his hairline began to recede.
The tanning
Got
bed.
it.
What year is this?
The 70s, baby. 60s and 70s, they had them. They just were even more cancerous.
Okay.
Luck.
Yeah. Damn. Okay.
And there was a smoking section. So you could get it on the inside and the outside.
Oh,
the good old days.
Smoke in a tanning bed.
Smoking in the tanning bed.
Looking like an old goose.
Looking like an old goose.
It's not going to reverse the aging process.
Speed it up. I'm here for a good time, not a long time.
I cannot believe that tanning beds still exist.
I know.
It's wild. Wild.
Spray
Listen,
tan.
I'm an American. I'm going to burn my flesh and my nipples off.
Have you
And-
ever burned your nipples in a tanning bed, though? It's
Yes.
the worst.
The one time
It is a rite of passage.
The one time I let Blave Blavam see my breasts in high school was right before a Sweethearts dance. I went to a tanning booth and
flashed
fucking with Jessica
Of course.
Yeah.
She brought all
loved
of
to
us.
tan. Yes, and she
Yeah.
was like, "Oh, you go naked," and I was like, "Well, what am I?" She's like, "No, just rub on the lotion, just go." And here's a little like fucking what are they called?
Little
Playboy
Playboy bunny
Yeah,
sticker.
oh yeah.
Put
Yep.
it on your hip. And I was like, okay, girl, I'm trusting you.
I thought that's just like how it works.
Burned from head to toe. And my tits were so burned that you couldn't see where my tit ended and areola began. It was just
It was just
flat.
the same color. It was,
It was
the same
red
pink.
with like a little mosquito bite nipple, like protrusion. They were
Ow.
gone. They were gone. I showed
Did they grow back?
everyone. Yes, and I think they came back bigger and stronger than ever.
I think
Now I
you
have
showed me.
areolas just the size of a goddamn planet.
You do have some sizable.
Massive areolas, girl. They're huge. You can land a plane on these bad boys.
They're not. They're like a bread plate.
Like many things about me, they are not delicate. They are formidable.
They're wonderful.
Anyway, yeah, I mean, I'm not hating.
We won't lose you in the dark when we go skinny dipping.
No, I'm not hating on my areolas. I'm just acknowledging their girth, their
They're
circumference.
They're spectacular.
Where did
So-
how did this start? Oh, tanning bed.
The tanning bed. Anyway, so when he returned from the Marines,
Your guess is as good
Ireland,
as
Cleveland. When he returned from the Marines, he took a job as a stevedore at a Lake Erie shipyard. And for those who are me and have no clue
No
what a
idea.
stevedore is, they load and unload cargo from ships.
Okay.
Mm.
His entry to the mob reads like a Scorsese script.
Amazing.
First appointed as the president of the local faction of the International Longshoremen's Union, where the power went to his head almost immediately, and he would demand union members to physically assault fellow workmen who didn't follow union rules. So he ran a tight ship. There were even rumors that he demanded union workers to cater to him like a king, lounging in the sun as they worked and requiring them to rub him down with tanning oil.
This man loved to get a little color.
Get a sheen.
Fuck does he think he is?
Wow.
But he's
Jesus.
Irish, so I imagine he's just pink.
Yeah.
Every day he's
Freckled.
just pink and in pain.
Yeah.
Mhm.
This is mostly legend, like the rubbing down with oils, but legends come from somewhere, so I am choosing to believe this
Fact.
is 100% fact. Yeah.
Bible.
Yes. Fucking St. Kevin. I swear on St. Kevin, this is real. He basically made himself into Jim Carrey's Riddler from the 1990s Batman, painted his union office green, wore tailored green suits, and drove a green car in honor of his Irish heritage. Also, his last name is Green.
Oh God.
Oh my God.
This earned him the nickname the Irishman.
Imagine that, like, they just got the paperwork wrong at the orphanage or the firehouse or whatever.
Oh my God, his last name's Blue. This is
He's-
gonna fuck up his whole identity.
He's just like Sicilian.
Yeah,
Oh
exactly.
shit.
Yeah, no, he's definitely Irish. Despite the questionable tactics, he did fight for better working conditions during his time as union president, got to partially do your job so people don't suspect you, and was revered for his well-run docks and the ability to get what he wanted for the union. This efficiency, coupled with his iron fist approach, caught the eye of other union leaders, or the eyes, I should say, and local mob bosses. And he was introduced to famous mobster Jimmy Hoffa in the 1960s.
Mm.
Jimmy was actually super put off by Danny, even warning his closest confidants to, quote, stay away from him.
Yeah, I
There's
didn't like
something
this.
wrong with him.
Showboating Irishman.
Yeah. He was
He's
literally like,
real
there's something wrong with that boy. Give him a wide berth. And boy, was Jimmy Hoffa right. Danny was ousted from his role as union president in the mid-60s after being indicted by a federal grand jury for embezzling about 11 grand in union money.
Tanning is not cheap, okay?
It's not
Even
cheap.
if you get
Oil isn't
a
cheap.
booklet.
Yeah.
Booklet.
He pled guilty to his to this charge in 1966, but the conviction was overturned in 1968. I have to assume there was a lot of like crooked
Whatever.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maneuvering.
Sending him on his merry way to take on his next empire, the Cleveland Trade Solid Waste Guild.
I was gonna say, if you're not
in garbage
cooking the books
collection.
at the docks, you gotta go to the garbage collection.
It's literally a cliche of a mob
Oh.
story.
It's amazing.
Is solid waste
It's like trash
trash
collection.
or
Yeah. It's trash.
okay?
Yeah. It was here that we learned that he leaned into his skills and started his own racket. He was hired by mafioso Alex Shondor Burns as a bounty hunter, Mr. Burns, settling debts and recovering unpaid loan monies. But Danny didn't want his... Yeah, breaking knees and taking names. But Danny didn't want his eggs in only one basket. So he also sought contracts with the Italian mob as an enforcer.
I'm getting confused with your accent.
I know, I'm just leaning into Minnesotan now.
Yeah.
He was taken under the wing of John Nardi, but what he really wanted was to be the top dog in town and run the Cleveland crime scene.
Tap
Dag slab on my name.
Ish.
Solid waste is garbage. It's not poop.
I know. That's what I said.
I know. I'm just confirming. I Googled.
Thank you.
I'm right 2 times.
Even a blind squirrel finds a nut now and then.
And perennials will go down in history.
True.
He
I
had
hope you
to
documented it.
I did, in my mind. He had to take out the other factions in order to take control. So he started building bombs.
As you do.
Like you do. Bombs grew in popularity in the 70s among crime syndicates because they were relatively easy to build with relatively easy to acquire materials. They could be detonated from afar, thus keeping the suspects away from the scene of the crime as well as, in theory, away from harm. And the explosions destroyed key evidence, especially in a time of archaic forensic science.
Yeah, you could just blow up a car.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yup. That was like the primary way.
Mm-hmm.
But there is a learning curve to bomb handling.
Oh no.
And Danny failed hard in the beginning.
That's why we call him Danny No Hands Irishman.
Well, oh my God. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh,
He didn't lose his hands, but he lost something else.
Eyebrows.
So you're getting closer. His
Dingling.
first is not his dingling. For eyebrows are far away from the dingling. Closer is not dingling. It's still on the face.
It'd be funny if he
Nose.
blew off his wiener, though.
It would be really good if he blew.
His face dingling, his nose.
I mean, eventually his.
Is that what you call your nose? Your dingling?
Face dingling.
I mean,
So, BRB, I gotta blow my face dingling. I got a bat hanging out of my face dingling.
Oh my God. Ew.
Ish. Okay. His first try with bombs was with a stick of dynamite that he tried to use against a target in a drive-by fruiting situation, a drive-by bombing. So he's in his car. He pulls up next to the target's car and tries to toss the stick of dynamite.
Stick of dynamite.
A lit stick of dynamite. But he didn't check the length of the fuse and ended up blowing up his own car and shattering his right eardrum. Which, in all seriousness, it's a miracle that that's the extent of the injury that he sustained from that.
Yeah.
So, oops. He needed to invest time in perfecting this craft so he wouldn't fuck up again. So he hired a man named Art Snepperger to assist him. This relationship worked out for a while. The two built better bombs, and Art was paid to plant the bombs. Art would even get paid bonuses if the explosions were epic enough to get on the news.
imagine living in a city where a car exploding might not get on the news.
I mean, we'll get to it, but it was happening so much.
Jesus.
It was happening so much that it was
Wow.
Bomb City, I guess.
Wow.
And
Well,
this was
kind of like
peak
school shootings in the U.S. right now.
I mean, it's
True,
nuts,
actually.
but the desensitization is wild. And the rise of the mob and mob wars and the fucking deep corruption in the system of justice then. You think it's bad now?
Yeah, the 70s
it was
were
blatant.
wild.
Yeah. It's nuts. I mean, it is still bad now and everything's a mob. It's just quieter in some ways. But anyway, it was not good. They basically just ran the fucking city. Nobody fucking tried to apprehend them. It was they'll just fight it out until they're all dead is basically the stance that
Yeah, we'll
anyone
just
who wasn't
see who comes out on top.
yeah, if you weren't paid off as a member of the justice system, then you just stayed the fuck out of it, basically.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because you don't want to get fucking killed. I mean, it was not cute. It was not cute. So
It's not cute.
it was not cute, you guys.
Not cute.
But Art pretty quickly blew himself up while trying to take out a target and died.
Yeah, being the bomb planter is
Yeah.
a tough job.
It's not great. The lucky surviving target of that attack was notorious Big Mike Fredo. And Big Mike was not pleased to find out Danny was trying to blow him up. This is where Danny's self-proclaimed, quote, luck of the Irish streak really began. Big Mike targeted, this is nuts. I can picture this so cinematically, like the Scorsese scene in my fucking head. So Big Mike targeted Danny in a drive-by shooting while Danny was out like jagged with his dags in 1971. And Danny evaded fire with a quick stab, trap, and roll. Pulled a gun from his joggers. He was in sweatpants with a gun.
Imagine jogging with a gun.
In your sweatpants.
And you're slicked up.
And you're slicked. You're a slick Rick and you got 2 dags.
And you can see everything's through men's
Oh.
sweatpants.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, is that a gun or are
Probably
you
why
just
he had
jogging
the
in
gun
sweatpants?
in his sweatpants.
Yeah, exactly.
Jesus.
So he's on the ground. He rolls out of the way. He shoots back at Big Mike from the ground and hits him in the fucking temple and kills him.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Whoa.
Danny got off without
Danny
any charges
boy.
by claiming self-defense.
I mean, it
Which,
was.
like, it was. Yeah, it was. He was targeted,
Wow.
but because of his own nonsense. But yes. So one boss down. Danny formed a crew of Irish Americans living in Cleveland and called them the Celtic Club.
Subtle.
Wizard Women of the North.
Oh my God, Celtic Woman is coming to Louisville. And
What?
Zach was like, be honest. Do you want tickets?
Yes. Are you fucking kidding me? Yes, you want fucking tickets.
I don't
The
know.
ladies?
Yeah,
the wizard
ladies-
women?
The ladies in the ball gowns who sing
You
like
have to
Irish
go. When
ballads.
is it? When
Oh,
is it?
you're
When is it?
going.
I'm
It's in
coming
April.
down.
It's in
April?
April.
You're
Yeah.
going.
All right,
Bitch,
come
let's
down.
go.
If you guys come here, I'll go.
I'm in. We're going.
All right, Celtic Woman.
Mark
Also-
my sake-soaked words. We're fucking
I'm
going.
coming.
I'm on my way. I'm gonna drive
Also-
around.
Four redheaded women in prom dresses singing Danny Boy. I can't miss that.
You also better fucking believe we're going in black tie. We are going in gowns and
Okay.
gloves.
I will travel near and far.
Absolutely.
Do it.
But like,
Sounds
actually,
misty. Let's do
after
it.
we're done recording, let's look at our calendars because I soups want to do this. Anyway, so the Celtic Club.
I got some sky miles to burn.
Let's fucking go. Their next target, his mob connection, Alex Shondor Burns, Mr. Burns, who had been paying him to collect on loans, break knees. After Danny found and removed an unexploded bomb in his own car,
Oh, God.
he knew Alex was after him, and it was on. The Celtic Club planted a bomb in Alex's Lincoln Continental in March of 1975, rigged to explode once the key was turned in the ignition. My biggest fear.
Yikes.
I think about this every time I get in my car.
What about the banana thing?
Yes.
Who's trying to kill you?
No one. But I don't trust the wiring of any car. Any number of things could go wrong. I could become a banana.
So you don't think that someone planted a bomb that will go off. You think that the wiring could just be
There's
faulty.
no way to know.
Here's what I want you to understand.
Your anxiety is worse than I even thought.
It doesn't matter if it's a bomb or faulty wiring. Something's going to take me out. And so I just take a deep breath and prepare for that quick exit
Prepare to meet your maker.
every fucking time I leave my house.
Just say a quiet prayer.
Yo, I'm basically agoraphobic.
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 Moving on.
I'm
My hands
agoraphobic.
are so sweaty right now. Okay.
It's like
Better
a drunk
finish
dive.
up so you can get back to your safe spot.
I'm safe right now. I'm underground.
Their house could collapse on top of you. You're in your basement.
Well, I sure hope you liked that clip. If you did like that clip, make sure you are subscribing to our YouTube channel, leaving us a nice review, and joining us on Patreon for even more video content, audio content, salacious content all around. Come join us. Treat yourself.